Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Gonna do one cast today. It is Tuesday the 10th of November. They are running between half and 1 unit, about 3,000 CFS. It's about 10 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning. And been up here a little while fishing, and I think I found a pattern that I'd like to show off. It's one that I've done a lot. I like fishing this way. I'm fishing a 16th ounce sculpin and ginger jig. Now it's peach with a brown head, 4-pound line, 6.5 foot medium light rod. And I'm basically going to fish these seams and these eddies along the bank. I'm just below lookout. And there's just enough water. Excuse me. It's really a nice flow to fish this bank. I think I have the camera angle where you can see where I throw and how I work it. You should be able to see the slower water and the faster water. I am holding the boat in the current, so I'm not going to drift any faster than the current up closer to the bank. So I'm always working it back to the boat. That way I can kind of control the depth of the jig, how much I let it sink. Of course, you come to some faster water and some slower water. You have to work all that differently. The faster water, you can let it sink a little bit longer. And then I have to contend with all the leaves in the water too. That's kind of a pain. But that's the way it is this time of year. They are biting pretty light today. I threw a mega worm under a float for a little while with a San Juan trailer and got a whole bunch of bites and only hooked one fish. Very slow. I am watching for the line to go slack or to pop up a little bit, or I'm feeling a tick. Those fish, when they hit that jig, sometimes you can feel the bite. But they're not being very aggressive, so I've caught one fish where I felt the bite. Our water is still turbid and probably will stay this way. It's hard to say. We're supposed to get some rain and a cold front and some colder weather moving in. It's supposed to be in the 30s tonight. That'll cool down Table Rock. It's supposed to be in the 60s and the 30s for a while, which is great weather. We need that colder weather to cool down Table Rock to where it'll go ahead and keep turning over, so we get some good oxygenated water, and they'll lift restrictions to where they can run more water too without having to inject liquid oxygen. Fishing yesterday for some people was slow. I know one cast went pretty well. Sunday was real good. My friends John Johnson and Brett Henderson from Kingfisher, Oklahoma were here, and they fished Sunday and did really, really good. Fishing their fly rods and San Juan worm and a scud under a float. Caught some really good fish, caught a lot of fish. Yesterday just wasn't quite as good. For them. Well, I was catching a few fish. Wasn't tearing them up, but I was at least getting a few bites. Anytime I see that line go slack, I'm gonna set the hook or jig a lot harder than I normally would, because it's either on the bottom or in a fish's mouth. I'm gonna move out a little bit. I am tempted to try white, although it has not been producing for a little while. It did for, it was doing really good, and then we had the floodgates and it was still real good. But here lately it's just not. Now Blake did real good on black and white the other day. But then again, I tried 5 or 6 colors yesterday fishing with John up here, throwing jigs, and I could not even get bit. Try to avoid all these leaves in my retrieve. Still got some pondweed up there against the bank. I've caught it every once in a while. I'll throw a little too far or catch a big pile of it. I did catch a rainbow right off one of those big piles of weeds a little bit ago. Coming up on a big eddy, but you know, I'm not going to fish. I might fish the edge of it, but it's just full of leaves, so I'm not going to mess too much with it. Pick a little clearer spot. Well, my line went slack that time. It was not on the bottom. There was no fish. Well, I really thought I could catch a few fish, and my hopes are always when I'm fishing up here against this bank is to hang a big fish. It's not working out. All right, one more cast, and then I'm gonna do something different. Okay, I'm probably gonna go up or down. I might just go down, fish below Fall Creek. See if I can do any good down there. Okay, I have boated down here. I'll let you see where I'm at. It's old Dino's house. Call it Dino's house. Jim Stafford's house, Dino's house. The wind's blowing a little bit harder here. It wasn't blowing here when I pulled up. It's all right. I'm gonna fish this shallow bank for a little bit. Same jig, 16th ounce. Sculpin ginger. And again, I'm gonna hold the boat in the current. Work the jig back up against the current below the boat. This water is not very deep, so especially I get down here a little further, it all gets shallow. Whoa! Fish just came up and ate a bug right there. Thought he was after my jig, but he was not. Maybe work a little faster. Throwing downstream. Working it back up against the current. Boy, I'm gonna get out a little bit further. Work a little bit more water. Get off that leaf. I got it. You know, this might be a no fish, no bite, one cast. I don't even think I got a bite yet. The only thing about this one cast that might be beneficial is the camera angle and being able to see how I work the rod a little bit different view. Kind of wish you could see the line. About half the time I can't see it. Starting to get hot too. Okay, I'm going to move out one more time. One more cast, guys. Call it quits. Oh, man, not a bite. Starting to get complex. Thanks for watching. We will do it again tomorrow.